Yo guys, what's going on? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome back to day 7 of the 21 days till Call of Duty World War 2. In this video we're going to talk about all the weapons, maps and war game modes. Well, it's not really a war game mode, I'm not really sure what to call it. It's all the war maps. It's basically like in the beta we only had Operation Breakout, but there's a few other surprises in there, including one battle that is quite famous and something that I'm so excited for. Before the video starts, just gonna let you know of the giveaway that's going on. All you have to do is like, subscribe and follow my Twitter, as well as leave a comment under this video. You can leave a comment under any of the videos in 21 day challenge. Each video will give you an extra entry, but in this video I just want to comment what gun you think you're going to be using the most in Call of Duty World War 2 and what gun was your favorite from the beta. That's if you played the beta. If you haven't played the beta, just think of a gun that you're going to be it's going to be your favorite, especially one from World at War. I mean, most of them are from World at War Call of Duty, so hopefully like there's some in there that you've used before. If so, tell me what your favorite is. It's pretty simple, and good luck. So jumping right into the guns, we're going to start off with the assault rifles, and in the beta we had the M1941, the M1 Garand, the STG-44 and the M1A1 Carbine, but now we also have the FG-42 and the Bar. Both these guns were in Call of Duty World at War. I absolutely loved the FG-42. It had an extremely high fire rate and extremely high mag capacity, so it made it like really good in in a World at War situation where most of the other guns have a slow fire rate. The Bar, not too much of a fan. I mean, it was an LMG back in World at War, I think. Pretty good gun. It's alright. Like it just wasn't really my cup of tea because of the slow fire rate and it just felt a bit sluggish. So moving into the SMGs, in the beta we had the PPSH-41. We all loved PPSH. The Type 100, my personal favorite gun in the game. The MP28 and the Grease gun. We also had the Thompson in the later stages of the beta, but I never actually got a chance to use it because I was away, unfortunately. But as well as that, in the main game we're going to have the MP40, and that's all just cross our fingers, because if anybody remembers that gun in Call of Duty World at War, then it brings back bad memories. I mean, if you had that gun with Juggernaut and Steady Aim and just in the drill mag, well, the drum mag, whatever it was, and you drop shot at everybody and you got it pretty much every kill and you're pretty much unstoppable. But hopefully it's not as overpowered as that one. I don't think it will be because of that. And then we're moving into the LMGs. In the beta we had the Lewis MG15 and the Bren. I'm pretty sure we had the Bren anyway. But as well as that, now we have the MG42, and we all know what an MG42 is and looks like. We all know what it's good for. I'm sure we all remember getting it in Zombies. It was one of those guns you really wanted out of the box because it was unreal. And then snipers, in the beta we had the Lee Enfield, the Carabin, the M1903 Springfield and the Commonwealth. I'm pretty sure we had all those four. I mean, I haven't played the beta in ages, and unfortunately I didn't record any clips or I went through the menus for some reason. I might have. I'll go back and try and look. But as well as those, we have the Kar 98 and the SVT-40. Kar 98, we all love the Kar 98, especially in battlegrounds. It's also just a classic German sniper rifle. Everybody knows what a Kar 98 looks like. And an SVT-40, that was also in World at War. It was an assault rifle, however. I remember using that gun with a flash hider. Pretty decent. It's a semi-automatic, I'm pretty sure. So hopefully it's a good sniper rifle as well. Shotguns, in the beta we had the Walter Toggle Action, the Winchester 1897 and the M30 Luftwaffe Drilling. I'm pretty sure we had those. Well, now we have a Winchester Model 21. Hopefully that they take away those goddamn incendiary rounds because they're so unnecessary, as I've talked about before. Pistols, we had the PO8 Luger, M1911 machine pistol and M712. I could hardly say that, but machine pistol, was that in the beta? I'm not too sure. M712, pretty standard pistols. No one's really going to use a pistol anyway unless you're pistol whipping the fuck out of somebody. Launchers, we have the M1 Bazooka and the Panzerschreck. I mean, not much more to say there. And then melee weapons, there is a melee shovel classified under it, but it doesn't really appear on its own. I think it's more of like a secondary like perk, or like a division perk sort of a thing where you press on the D-pad. Now moving swiftly into the maps. In the beta we had 4 maps, but there's 13 in the main game. Aachen, which we had. U-turn we didn't have. Point de Hoc we had. Flak Tower, which is the one I talked about in the ranked play video. We have Ardennes Forest, which is in the beta, my personal favourite. Gibraltar, also in the beta. Then we have something called Map_Wolfslayer. Not really too sure what that's going to be called in the main game, as I did not find it. But pretty much that was Hitler's hiding spot in a deep German forest somewhere near Berlin. And then we have Saint-Marin-de-Mont. Not really sure, my French isn't perfect, but that's in La Nouille village outside Normandy, I'm pretty sure. Gustave Cannon, not a clue. Carentan, not really too sure how to say that. USS Texas, which is a battleship. Call of Duty love their battleship maps. London Docks and Paris. So pretty standard. Now moving into the war mode, we have 3 new operations, which is Operation Aachen. Aachen. I tried to like pronunciate the A. Aachen. But we have that. Operation Griffin, Operation Breakout, which was in the beta, and Operation Neptune. Now, if anybody is like a war buff, they will know instantly what Operation Neptune is. I'm going to give you 3 seconds to try and guess. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's in the title of the video. It's D-Day. Now, D-Day is probably one of the most iconic battles because of how many like casualties there was, but it was such a huge victory. I'm personally so excited because I remember watching a scene in like Saving Private Ryan. Everybody loves that movie, and just stuff like that. I mean, hopefully it's not too like out in the open. Hopefully you literally don't land on an open beach where the enemy team is two like MG42s down aiming at you. But it says underneath that the objectives are to capture the 2 cliffside bunkers, escort the engineer to the 155 artillery gun, and defend against the German counteroffensive. Sounds pretty fun. Hopefully it's not an absolute bloodbath like D-Day. D-Day was honestly one of the most successful battles and probably the most iconic. I mean, think of the guts those American soldiers had to have to land on the beach and just get sprayed at by MG42s. Absolutely mental. I mean, not even any of us can like begin to comprehend what that was like nowadays. Now, this leak also has some notes on divisions and the ranking system. Each division is going to have a max level of 8, which was capped at 4 in the beta. I remember trying to get to 5 when you unlock your extra gun, so that's probably when you're going to unlock the last gun in each like division. And also each division has 4 prestiges titled Enlisted, Expert, Master and Grandmaster. So hopefully there's a lot of leveling, and that's on top of your basic leveling system already. So hopefully there's going to be quite a lot of leveling involved because it just keeps the game interesting. I mean, myself, I'm not really going to go too hard for levels. It's not really what I'm aiming for in this Call of Duty. As I've explained before, rank play is my main objective. But hopefully there's quite a few leveling like alternatives that I can do if I'm playing pubs, because we all use pubs to warm up. Hopefully it's decent. One thing I am kind of bummed about is the fact that there's really not that many guns in this game. I mean, looking back to previous Call of Duties, they had a lot more guns when they first released. 13 base maps also sounds quite little, but it's really not whenever you add the fact that there is 4 extra war maps. So that should be okay in that department, but the lack of guns kind of worries me a little bit. But hopefully it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, in the beta we use most of the guns. That's kind of the disheartening thing in this. I would have personally preferred if the beta only went up to like 20 levels, and I know that would have been so boring to play, but that means there's just a lot more for us to discover when the game comes out. However, whenever you factor in the fact that there's Nazi zombies and there's campaign as well as other things that I'm sure is hidden in the headquarters, which I'll do a video on as well, then hopefully it doesn't get a bit too stale. Although there's also a mention in this of another subclass, which is the cavalry. Although there's not really much that's been like released on that yet. I mean, even in this leak they say that the final division is cavalry, but not much is known. So hopefully there's another division for us to patter in, because 5 of them was good. I mean, but more is going to be better. I mean, I'm really excited to see how the career class system works in this Call of Duty. I'm going to be doing some videos on the best classes available. And that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, there's not really much else to say. I've went through all the details. I'm just going to let this gameplay roll out, I think. Just because it's alright. Like, it's not the best gameplay in the world, but it's pretty decent. I mean, I'm using an STG on the map Gibraltar. Gibraltar is one of my favourite maps, and the STG is hands down the best assault rifle. I don't care what you say. In the beta, I also used the default class already, because it was pretty good. I mean, since you don't really have to worry about the perks of like stopping power and all that, I mean, that's what really prevented you using the default classes in the old Call of Duty. But I really see like this STG default class, the marksman class I think it was, as pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good alternative. That's what I'm going to really recommend whenever the game comes out. Use that class because it's my favourite. I'm not the biggest fan of the submachine gun in those classes, but this class does the job, it does the trick. It's going to be a nice wee solid start. Hopefully you don't die first. For me and my friends, like, dying first is make or break in this, in like any new Call of Duty. We usually all play like our first match together, and if anybody dies first, then we take the absolute mick out of them, because it's extremely frustrating. I don't know what it is. I'm not sure if anybody else does it. Let me know down in the comments below if like anybody else does that. But we're so fixated on not dying first that everybody just camps at the start of the map, and it's quite hilarious. I didn't really care in the beta, but when the actual game comes out, damn, I'm gonna sweat so hard for that first kill. I mean, hopefully I can record the first game. The only problem is it's so late at night that I probably won't be able to commentate over it. Hopefully I can do that in the morning. But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Not really sure what else to say. I think there is 15 days now until release. Extremely excited. Let me know what your release plans are. Are you pre-downloading? Are you going to play it as soon as it comes out? Or are you going to give it a while to see what the game's like? I recommend getting it straight away, because with games like these, like, you need to be there from the start to enjoy it as much, in my opinion. I mean, if you join in late, you feel like you've missed the party, but if you play the game from the start, then you feel like you're part of something. I mean, like, everybody's talking about it on Twitter. YouTube's absolute full of it. I mean, it makes you think of it all the time. It makes you just want to go home and play it. That's the problem with old Call of Duties and why they die out pretty quickly, because nobody plays them anymore. It's pretty simple. So the best explanation, I mean, I hope I don't waste your money and you hope like you actually like the game, but I do recommend getting them when it first comes out, because that's when the hype's around it. That's when it's much better. Look at that dirty awful lag. I'm getting my own internet installed next week. Like, how did that guy not die? Did you see that lag? I mean, I would have raged so hard if he would have killed me. And get my own internet sorted for the new Call of Duty, so that is not going to stop me. Literally making sure nothing can stop me. I've ordered a scuff controller as well. Well, I'm actually using it at the minute, but I'm trying to like use the back panels, and it's quite hard. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. This gameplay is about to end anyway. It was alright. I mean, I don't even know what my KD was. I mean, I hope I didn't let you guys down by having a shit gameplay, because that's not what I'm about. I usually want the best gameplays as possible, because that's the only thing that's enjoyable to watch. I may or may not have a nuclear gameplay. I'm not too sure. I mean, I actually am sure. I know what the answer to that question is, and I bet you don't know what the answer is. Comment down below for an extra entry to the giveaway what you think the answer to that question is. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.